Georgia Silver Hunter back with another penny hunt. So this is actually going to only be our second full box penny hunt. The first box we did as part of a trade with Jinx Brothers, and that box was pretty average. I think we had 8 or 9 wheat pennies, no major errors or varieties, but we did find a few Wheaties. This is a box from Georgia from my local Fifth Third Bank, and that's a bad example because that's all shield pennies. Look at that, so is that. I checked this box before I opened it. There we go. And I know we have a circulated box. I didn't see any Wheatie enders, but I know we've got some copper in here. So we're gonna jump into these rolls and bring you guys in at the first find. So we're on roll number 3 and we have found our first wheat penny. And I haven't taken a look at the date, so we're gonna look at it here together. We have a 1949 S. We'll put that up here underneath the box as our first find. From what I understand, 10, 11 wheat pennies is usually a good number to look for in a box of pennies. We're hoping to do better than that. So we have one in the first 3, so it's looking good. We're on roll number 6, and we found our next wheat penny. It's a really cruddy one. It is a 1930 something. I'm going to put it under the scope here. Give me just a second to get it lined up. Even under the scope, it's tough to say what it is. 34, 37. Looks like it's got some glue on it or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a wheat penny. We'll put it up on the board and keep on hunting. So we're on roll number 9, which at this stage it feels like about every 3 rolls we're finding a wheat penny. We have a 1944. This one's actually in pretty decent shape. 1944. So we are up to, I think it's 4 wheat pennies. Now, 3 wheat pennies and that one that was a little bit off struck. Anyway, we got a long way to go, so let's get to it. So we finally broke form a little bit. We are on roll 13, so we're just a little bit more than every 3 rolls. But we did come across our next wheat penny. A 1930. It's one of my earlier wheat penny finds from coin roll hunting. So we were up to 4 wheat pennies in 13 rolls. Copper's flowing pretty well. I'm finding, probably about, 10, 12 coppers per roll. So it's the copper's pretty good today. So here we are on roll 21, and we have our fifth wheat cent on the box. Again, it's not a very nice one. It is one of the later ones, a 1956. That looks like a D to me. It is a D, 1956 D. So we'll put that up with our wheat cents. If it is a DDO or an RPM or something like that, I'll check them all at the end. Right now, I'm just trying to get through them and get them sorted. So we're on roll 25, and we have found our next wheat penny, and this one was face up. So I saw the date immediately. This is actually a fantastic looking 1936. So we're down to 9 rolls. I've found a bunch of really nice coppers that I've been keeping aside. These would definitely go in a book if I had one. I'll keep those separate when I put these away. And over the last probably 10 rolls, I have found 3 more wheat cents. We got a 1936. We've got a 1946 and a 1951. So on the box, that puts us up to 9. So one more makes it a good box. Hopefully we'll get there in these last 9 rolls. So we just finished roll 47, and I wanted to bring you in. We did find a 1950D wheat penny to add to our bunch. So we now have 10 on the box, and there they are. I haven't brought you in on all these, but we have found 5 2009s, both the formative years and the young professional life. And we had our first foreign. Normally we find Canadians, but today we found a Barbados 1 cent piece. It's got a little crud on it. but it is I think it's a 1989, if I recall. Yeah, you can see it right there. It's a 1989. It's a cool looking coin, but it is a Barbados 1 cent piece. I think it's also made out of zinc. It would only weigh about 2.5 grams. But I think it's the first time I've ever found a Barbados coin. All right, let's get through these last 3 rolls. So we have reached the end of the video, and I'm going to do a real quick recap here. But before I do that, if you haven't already, please click that like button, smash that subscribe button, click on that bell and select all so you get notified each and every time I release a new video. And if you like the video, please leave me a comment down below. I love to hear from you guys. With that, let's do a real quick recap. We did end up with 6 2009s. We had 4 of the formative years and 2 of the professional life. No DDRs to be found there. We did find a bunch of other copper that actually came out really, really nice. These were probably the shiniest ones and nicest looking ones of the bunch. So I'll keep those separate in case I ever start a penny book. And we did end up with, looks to be 11 wheat pennies. The earliest one being a 1930. Oops. All the way up to a 1956. And I think I brought you in for almost every one of those, so I'm not going to go through each of the dates again. I did check them for DDOs, DDRs, errors, etc., and didn't find any. 2 things I do want to, or really 3 things I want to cover before we close this out. I lost the Barbados penny in my cleanup. I don't know where I put it, but that Barbados penny was pretty cool. But I think I may have thrown it back in the bin at some point, and it is now gone. And I had 1 coin under the scope that I wanted to show you guys to get an opinion. There's a 1987D that I found along the way, and it looks like it could be the repunched mint mark variety. So you guys have a look. Let me know in the comments down below if you think that would qualify. I don't have any doubling on the outer D, but you can see underneath right in here, it looks like there's a D underneath it. So anyway, I don't know if it would qualify. I would love to hear from you guys. And then the last thing I'll show you is this box produced a lot of copper. We're more than halfway full on the solo cup. If I turn on my scale here, we're on pounds and ounces, and we're going to ignore the weight of the cup because we still have a lot of copper laying here on the table. But we got probably somewhere around 2 pounds, 11 ounces. So that's quite a bit of copper. And I threw that into 2 pounds, 11 ounces into coin apps. And today that's worth about $9.73 worth of copper. So not a bad haul on a $25 box of pennies. Well, with that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, like I said, leave me a comment down below. Let me know. I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.